Okay, sixth grade, we got example 2 on, I don't know why that says rates. In example 1 video, which I'm not going to reshoot here, it said rates. It should have said proportions. But example 2 there, I fixed it. So we've got a word problem now, but it's still asking us the same thing. Did Joe use the correct ratio? Basically, are these two things going to form a proportion? So let's read the question. A chili recipe calls for 9 cups of kidney beans for every 2 pounds of ground beef. Joe is making chili for his entire football team and uses 54 pounds of ground beef and 12 cups of kidney beans. Did Joe use the correct ratio? So we can use what we just learned in the first video about proving if something is a proportion by multiplying the cross products. So we got to set up our two fractions or our two ratios. The most important thing when you have a word problem and you're setting up your ratios is that you're consistent. And what I mean by that is whatever unit you're going to have on top needs to be on top of both fractions. Whatever on the bottom needs to be on the bottom of both fractions. So what I mean by that is, so we're comparing two things, right? It's cups of kidney beans and pounds of ground beef. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say kidney. I'm not going to write out the whole word. Kidney beans need to be on top, and I'm going to say ground beef needs to be on the bottom. So in both of my fractions, that has to be the case. So let's look at the recipe. It calls for 9 cups of kidney beans for every 2 pounds of ground beef. So 9 for kidney beans over 2 for ground beef. And it is fine to have an improper fraction. That is totally fine. So for every 9 cups of kidney beans, we have 2 cups of ground beef. So now let's look at what Joe did. Joe made chili for his entire football team and used 54 pounds of ground beef. So we said ground beef has to be on the bottom of our fraction. So that means 54 needs to be on the bottom. And then he used 12 cups of kidney beans. 12 cups of kidney beans. So now we can prove if this is a proportion or not. A lot of you can probably look at it and tell. But if we did our cross products, I mean, 2 times 12 is easy enough. It's 24. 9 times 54, I can tell you what it's not. It's not 24. I mean, if we did that math, I'm trying to do it in my head here. 9 times 50 would be 450. 9 times 4 is 36. 450 plus 36 is 486. Obviously not 24. So the answer would be no. Joe did not use the correct ratio. He's going to have way too much ground beef and not enough kidney beans. So that's example 2 on proportions. You've got a few practice problems to do. Do those, check those over with the answer key, then complete the quiz in Google Classroom. Thank you.